guys, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at this killer melodic solo by W.A.S.P. Sleeping in the Fire, up next. Alright, so this is a great solo. This came out in 1984 on the debut W.A.S.P. albums, played by Randy Piper. Although Chris Holmes is the more well-known player in W.A.S.P., he did not play the solo, the main solo on this. He played the solo at the end. We're going to cover the main solo in the middle of the song on this, and I find it's a really great expressive solo that focuses really on bending and vibrato in note choice and those kinds of things. So we're going to take a look at the entire middle solo in just a sec. Before we get started, I do have a tab and a backing track plus a guitar profile ready for you guys over at Patreon. You can see the link down below for that. So we're in E flat tuning for this. My low E string. A lot of you guys are probably too young to remember this, but back in the day, on the old REH or Hot Licks videos where guys would be teaching stuff, they would do that. They'd go through all the notes. Here's my low E, here's my A, and go all the way down. It doesn't happen so much anymore because everybody's got tuners on their phones and everything else, but I'm old school, so what can I say? So we're in E flat tuning like most W.A.S.P. stuff is. We're in the key of E minor here, straight up E natural minor with heavy use of pentatonics scales and some notes from the minor scale as well. Particularly the 9th degree, the 14th fret, F sharp here is used throughout. You can kind of orient yourself to think about the 12th position minor pentatonic scale in the key of E. 90% of what we're going to do is right there. So this solo, I would say the ending, maybe the couple of ending licks are somewhat, could be challenging for some of you in terms of speed and just getting those together, but for the most part, the challenge is in the bending and in the vibrato and making sure your intonation is good, meaning your pitch. You want to make sure and check that, which is another good reason to check out the backing track and play along. If you record yourself playing it, you can listen back a lot better than you can really analyze what you're playing in real time. If you listen back to it, you'll hear a lot of things that you wouldn't hear normally. So that's the value of doing that. Just helps you become a better player. And this solo in general, I think, will help you become a better player. Great example of 80s metal power ballad and the type of playing that you can expect with that type of thing. Alright, so let's get started on this. What we're going to do is, the first thing is 15th fret on the B string, bend that up a whole step, and then lower it slightly and then rebend it. You hear that? Now you could come all the way down. You listen to the original and then make up your mind about how far down you want it to come before rebending. I love this idea. Just kind of coming off the note a little bit and then rebending. You hear that a lot in players like George Lynch, John Sykes, those kind of players, always doing that. Very expressive to me. But you have to be pretty accurate. When you come off the note, you don't want to come off too much, meaning you bend to the right note and come down a little, but not too much, and then back up. You have to experiment and use your ears a little bit. So here's the lick, the first opening lick. Okay, and then this little run, 12, 14, 15, 14 on the high E. And then we're going to do a quick hammer pull from 12 to 14 high E. And then 15 B, 12 high E, and then bend 15 on the B again. Okay, so here's that lick. So all together. Okay, now we're already bent. Bend it, pick it again. And slightly lower it and then repick it. If you can get a pinch harmonic there, go for it. You hear those in a couple spots in the solo. I tried and I missed it on my demo. But I think I missed it. I have to go back and listen. But either way, you're just playing the same lick twice to open the solo. So let me do that. Okay, so hopefully you can hear that's the same thing twice. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is play 17 on the B string and bend that up a whole step. And in the same fashion as we did with the 15th fret, we'll bend it, release slightly, and then rebend it. And then vibrato on the top there. And then this. Okay, so let's back up. So, okay, after that we're going to play 14, 15, 17, 15. And then hammer pull, 14 to 15 high E, 17 B, back to 14 high E. And then bend. This is where this differs from the previous lick. We're going to play this 4 times. Okay, so it's that, and then 4 of these. 1, 2, 3. And it sounds like this. Whoops. Okay, so here's that in context. Now, once we get here, we're going to kind of rest on this note slightly and then pick it twice. And that's after you pick 14 twice on the high E. 15, 17 B. 14, 15, 14 on the high E. And then 15, 17 B. And then twice on 14 high E, and then we're going to go into another lick here. So, whoops. And then the next lick. So up to that. Now right here, we're going to switch positions. And it's a little bit tricky to finger this, but a couple ways you can do it. I'm using pinky, pull off to ring, pull off to index, 15, 14, 12 on the high E, 13 on the B string, and do that twice. And then move up to 15 and 14 on the high E, pull that off. And then play 15 on the B string and bend that up slowly. And then once you get to the top of the bend, pick it again. And a pinch harmonic there. All right, so it sounds like a lot's going on there, and there kind of is, but it's pretty simple. Let me play it slow. Yep. All right, so let's go over that previous section at a slower pace. Here we go. you might want to experiment with the fingering on this. It's a little tricky jumping from this up to this, the 15 and 14 thing, but not too hard. If you're used to jumping around a little bit, this is probably no big deal, but just something to be aware of there, fingering wise. Experiment around with that. Now we're almost to the end. We come back to, so we just did this. Let's just play the whole thing up to there. So here's what we have so far. Now at this point we'll go back to the first one. Okay, so we've already seen that lick. And then we're going to jump up to 17 on the high E. So that's 17, bent up a whole step, release, pull off to 15, pick again on 17. And then back to this. Okay, so all that together. Let's see. Okay, so now the last couple of licks here. We're going to start out with this phrase. And that's 12. Pick 12 on the high E. Hammer onto 14, pull off to 12. Hammer onto 15, pull off to 12. Hammer onto 14, pull off to 12. And then play 15 on the B. So. Alright, and then the next lick we're going to do is similar, but it speeds up at the end. So now what's happening here is we're changing the lick a little bit. We're going to 15 on the high E instead of 15 on the B. This is where it changes to 16th note triplets after we play then we're going to play so it speeds up at the end there. Okay, so all that together. Now it transitions from this from 12, hammer onto 15, pull off to 12, and then 14 on the G. We're going to bend that up a whole step on the 14. So it's fast, repeating blues lick. Let's see, we'll do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what it is just 14, bend up a whole step, 12, B, 14 on the G, 12 B, and then pull off 15 to 12 on the B. So, 3, 4. And then it just kind of ends like that. So. Okay, so full disclosure, this ending part here with the bluesy phrasing varies a little bit from what I played on the demo. I just kind of went for it there. And I encourage you to do the same. It's basically this lick. You're coming out of... coming out of that little melodic lick right into that fast pentatonic lick. As long as you come out at the right time with this. 14 on the G, 15B. Play that together and then raise up 14 on the G. And that's the end of the solo. Okay, so the ending would be. Okay, and I think on the demo I kind of went off and did a little bit more than that, but that's the general idea, and that's what I have in the tab there, and that will get you very close to what's being played on the album. So now, if you listen to Chris Holmes play it nowadays, he kind of takes this framework of where the bends are and stuff, and does his own thing with it. The new guitar player, who I can't remember his name, I think he's been in the band for a while actually, but he'll do the same thing. He'll just kind of go off on that. So you can approach it that way as well. You just keep the main bends and then elaborate on it a little bit. I think that's a good way to go. But in any case, let me just play the whole thing slow for you once. All right, here we go. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed that. It's a lot of fun playing things like this. Hopefully doesn't pose too many challenges for you guys. But let me know what you guys think in the comments of other melodic solos that you would love to see me cover. Ballad type thing, 80s metal, or even hair metal or whatever on the channel. All right, and I'll see you guys next time. Rock on.